Imagine a 12-year-old boy named Ravi, standing in his backyard, staring at a heavy stone. His father challenged him, saying, "If you can lift this rock, I'll reward you." Ravi tried with all his might. He pushed, pulled, and screamed with effort, but the stone didn't move an inch. For days, he returned to the rock. Sometimes with fiery intensity, but always with the same result, failure. One day, Ravi changed his approach. Instead of trying to lift it in one big heroic effort, he started rolling the rock slightly each day. Some days are just a few centimeters. Other days, he felt too tired. So he only touched the stone to remind himself of his commitment. Weeks passed, and the stone slowly moved across the yard. He hadn't conquered it with one burst of strength. He succeeded with small, consistent actions. That's the hidden truth of success: small steps beat big dreams. Consistency is greater than intensity, and habits compound. The problem most people face is that they set massive goals. They tell themselves, "I'll lose 20 kilos. I'll write a book this year. I'll build $1 million business." They picture themselves sprinting with passion and motivation. But here's the truth: motivation doesn't last. Intensity fades. What remains is what you do daily. Dreams don't fail because they're too big. They fail because we try to reach them in giant leaps instead of small steps. Think about water carving valleys into stone. It's not one storm that shapes the land but endless drops over time. So why do small steps work better than big bursts? First, they bypass resistance. Your brain fights massive change but accepts tiny shifts. Telling yourself you'll meditate for 30 minutes feels overwhelming. But 2 minutes? That feels doable. Second, they build momentum. A 5-minute walk today often leads to a 10-minute walk tomorrow. Third, they compound. Just like compound interest makes money grow, tiny actions multiply with time. Writing 300 words a day adds up to a 100,000-word book in a year. And fourth, they shape identity. Doing one push-up may not transform your body, but it changes your identity. You become the person who shows up. There's an old lesson from China about bamboo trees. Farmers plant the seeds and water them daily. For years, nothing happened. 4 years go by with no visible growth. But in the 5th year, something extraordinary occurs. The bamboo shoots up 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Did it really grow in 6 weeks? No, it was growing underground for years, building strong roots. Your habits are the same. What you do daily may look invisible now, but under the surface, you're building foundations. One day, results will appear. And people will call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth: it was consistent all along. The trap many fall into is relying on intensity. Crash diets, marathon gym sessions, furious writing sprees. Sudden bursts of motivation. Intensity feels powerful in the moment, but it burns out quickly. Consistency may feel boring, but it builds empires. It's not what you do once that defines you, it's what you do every day. Think about how habits compound. Reading 10 pages a day means 12 books a year. Writing 300 words a day means finishing a novel in 12 months. Saving 5 daily means 1,825 at the end of the year. Exercising just 15 minutes a day is healthier than one intense gym session you never repeat. And writing down one note of gratitude daily rewires your brain for optimism. The math is simple: small steps, multiplied by time, create transformation. Let me give you a real example. I had a friend who wanted to quit smoking. Instead of quitting overnight, he reduced just 1 cigarette each week. It seemed laughably small, but it worked. Within months, he was smoke-free. 2 years later, he hasn't touched a cigarette. Another friend tried the opposite. He quit cold turkey with intensity. For 3 weeks, he managed. Then he relapsed, smoking more than before. Who won? The one who moved slowly but steadily. Now, let's make this real for you. I want you to take on a 30-day challenge, something I call the Tiny Step Challenge. Here's how it works. Step 1. Choose one area of your life, health, career, money, or relationships. Step 2. Shrink the goal. If you want to exercise, don't commit to 5 kilometers runs. Start with 5 minutes of walking. If you want to save money, don't promise 500. Start with 1 a day. If you want to meditate, don't aim for 30 minutes. Begin with just 2 minutes. Step 3. Commit to 30 days. Even if the action feels too small to matter, stick to it. Step 4. Track your actions. Use a notebook, calendar, or app. Checking off progress builds momentum. Step 5. Review after 30 days. You'll notice not only results but also a shift in your identity. You'll stop being someone who tries and start becoming someone who does. This is how you rewire your life. Through small, steady, daily actions. Even the greatest athletes understand this. Take Eliud Kipchoge, the world's fastest marathon runner. He didn't start by running 42 kilometers. He began with short distances, built habits, and refined routines over years. His philosophy says it all: only the disciplined ones are free in life. If you are undisciplined, you are a slave to your moods and passions. Even the fastest man alive doesn't rely on intensity. He relies on consistent training. So let me ask you, what is the heavy stone in your life? What's the dream that feels too big to lift? You can keep attacking it with bursts of intensity and burnout. Or you can commit to nudging it a little each day. Small pushes may feel invisible, but over time, they move mountains. Dreams aren't achieved in one glorious act. They are built in quiet, steady moments, one habit, one choice. One day at a time. Consistency is greater than intensity. Habits compound. And small steps will always beat big dreams. So here's your task: choose your stone, shrink the action, and start today. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just take one small step. Because in the end, that's all it takes to change your life.